A 10-minute heart-touching father and son story. The father who never complained. In a small village, a little boy named Raju lived with his father, Hari. Raju's mother had passed away when he was very young. From that day on, his father became his entire world. Hari was poor. He worked as a laborer in the village. Every morning, he woke up early, prepared food for Raju, and sent him to school. Raju never heard his father complain. One morning, Raju asked, "Dad, why do you work so hard every day?" Hari smiled and replied, "Because I want you to have a better life than I had." Raju asked again, "Don't you get tired?" His father placed his hand on Raju's head and said, "Yes, son, I get very tired, but when I see you smiling, my tiredness disappears." Raju was too young to understand those words. Years passed. Raju grew older. He studied hard. One day, his father sold his old bicycle to buy books for him. Raju asked, "Dad, where's your bicycle?" Hari simply replied, "It was old, so I sold it." But Raju didn't know the truth. His father had sold the bicycle to pay his school fees and buy his books. Eventually, Raju left the village to study in the city. As he was getting on the bus, his father said, "Son, become a successful man, but promise me one thing." Raju asked, "What?" His father held his hand and said, "No matter how high you rise in life, never forget the hands that helped you get there." Raju smiled and said, "Dad, I will never forget you." The bus started moving. His father stood by the road, watching the bus disappear into the distance. There were tears in his eyes, but there was still a smile on his face. Life in the city. Raju arrived in the city. He studied hard. Eventually, he got a good job. His life changed. New clothes, a new phone, a nice house, new friends. But slowly, something disappeared from his life. Time for his father. At first, Raju called his father every day, then once a week, then once a month. Whenever his father called, Raju often said, "Dad, I'm busy right now. I'll call you later." But that later never came. A father's waiting. Back in the village, Hari would sit near the door every evening, waiting for his son's call. He would hold his old phone and stare at the screen. Sometimes he called Raju himself. "Son, did you eat?" "Yes, Dad." "How is work?" "It's fine." "Are you tired?" "A little. I have to go now, Dad." The call would end. Hari would sit quietly for a few moments, looking at the phone. Then he would tell himself, "My son is busy. He must have a lot of work." He never complained. He never became angry. He simply waited. One day, Raju received a promotion at a big company. He celebrated with his friends. Everyone congratulated him, but he forgot one person. The person who wanted to hear about his success more than anyone else, his father. That same night, Hari became seriously ill. A neighbor took him to the hospital. The doctor said, "He needs to be taken to a bigger hospital in the city immediately." The neighbor called Raju. Raju answered, "Hello?" A voice on the other end said, "Raju, your father is in the hospital." Raju became silent. "What happened?" "His condition isn't good. Come as soon as you can." The phone slipped from Raju's hand. Suddenly, memories of his childhood came rushing back. His father's shoulders, the old bicycle, the books his father bought, his father's sweat-covered clothes, and those words, "No matter how high you rise, never forget the hands that helped you get there." At the hospital. Raju rushed to the hospital. His father was lying on the bed. His body was weak. His eyes were closed. Raju sat beside him and held his hand. That hand was no longer strong like before. It carried the scars of years of hard work. Raju began to cry. "Dad." Hari slowly opened his eyes. When he saw his son, he smiled weakly. "You came, son?" Raju held his father's hand tightly. "I'm sorry, Dad." "Why?" "I didn't give you my time." Hari smiled. "Don't cry about that, son." Raju cried even harder. "I ignored your calls. I made you wait. You were alone." Hari gently wiped his son's tears. "I never needed your money, son." Raju looked at his father. Hari slowly said, "I only wanted your time." Those words broke Raju's heart. His father's last wish. A few moments later, Hari asked Raju to take an old notebook from underneath his pillow. It was filled with memories of Raju's childhood. The day he went to school for the first time. The day he won his first award. The day he first said, "Dad, I love you." Raju turned the pages with tears in his eyes. On the final page, there was only one sentence. "One day, my son will become a great man, and on that day, I will be the proudest father in the world." Raju broke down. "Dad, I became successful." He held his father's hand.